Divergence, we can talk about divergence. If you want to talk about divergence, I will show you a divergence with a trend line. Now we can take advantage of small market reversals if we look at divergence and incorporate a trend line for more accurate signals. So let's do that. Let's take a look at some divergence. Now, I've got these moving averages on the chart, and because divergence is mainly counter trend, I'm going to keep these moving averages here, but I'm going to mute them a little bit. I'm just going to dim them so that they're not so in your face. Now, these moving averages are going to play a role with divergence as far as potential targets and things go. We're going to use an indicator called the MACD. Now, I've got one here, the MACD, the UB of X MACD, and I'm just going to use the histogram. I'm not going to use the line or the signal line. So let's turn those off. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know, divergence is when the highs and the lows of the price chart are doing something different than the highs and the lows of the indicator. So when the highs on the price are getting higher, but the representative highs on the MACD in this case are getting lower, we're seeing divergence. So let's find some nice examples of it in here. Here's some good examples of this divergence. What we see is a low right in here and a lower low. And you'll often find divergence marked with trend lines. Now this is just showing you that you've got the price making a lower low. And if we take a look at the lows of the MACD here, we'll have the MACD making a higher low. So we've got the MACD making a higher low. That's the wrong low. There we go. Go for it. Do the right lows. We've got the MACD making a higher low and the price making a lower low. And what this is showing us is the strength of the market movement. So we've got a lot of momentum to the downside. This MACD being very deep shows us that the momentum is there. Now we do get a little bit of a pullback and then a continued move down that does make a low lower than the low on the price. However, the MACD is showing us the momentum that is involved in this. And the momentum is very, very weak right now. So we've got this big push down, and seemingly, if you're just looking at the price chart, it could continue to move down. But the momentum is telling us that it does not have that momentum to keep moving down. So the way I trade this is to draw a trend line across the highs that were responsible for these lows. So we've got the high that happened before the first low and the high that happened before the second low. So we've got one high and then we've got the next high. So we'll just create a trend line. And with that trend line, we're simply looking for a market move up past that trend line. So we're looking for a close above the trend line, and we're going to see the market move as a result. Now with this, because this is counter trend, some of these moves will be great, and some of these moves won't be as good as others. We have to understand this when we get into counter trend trading. Some of the moves will be good, some of them won't be very good at all. Another divergence is right here. It leads up to this big move here. So again, I'm going to draw the low and connect the next low on the price, just so we can see that it is making a lower low. And then I'm going to draw the low on the MACD and connect it to those representative lows on the MACD. And we can see that the MACD is making higher lows. So again, it's showing us that initially it's got some good momentum to the downside, but as that market continues to drop, that momentum is dropping off. It's getting weaker and weaker. And then from here, I'm going to draw a trend line across the top of the price, and I'm looking for a market to move above that trend line. And with this market move above the trend line, off it goes to the upside. Now we're looking at, this is my favorite kind of divergence, and this is my favorite kind of trend line. This is a divergence and a trend line that goes with the trend. And that's right in here. The market is making a high followed by a higher high. And we can see that the MACD is making a high followed by a lower high. So if we connect those highs on the market, we can see a high and a high that's getting higher. But we've got lots of good momentum on that first high, but the second high has failing momentum. So I'm going to connect that. And again, this is just a visual so we can see that divergence. And absolutely, we do have divergence on here. Now this is bearish divergence. When something is bearish or bullish, it is telling you the direction the market wants to go as a result. So this is bearish divergence, telling us that if the divergence takes, that the market is going to drop. So with this, I will draw a trend line underneath the price, and then I'm looking for a close below in order to get that short. And this is the bearish divergence. Let's see if we can find some more divergence on this. We see some divergence in here. There's a nice set of it. So we get a low, a low, a low, a low. These lows are all getting lower, while the lows on the MACD are getting higher. So I'm going to draw underneath this set of lows. We have our lows getting lower. And again, this is one that I really like because it's with the greater trend. So we've got the 50 above the 200. So we've got that big trend up. We're just making a pullback into this. And then with the MACD, we can see that we're making higher lows. And again, with the trend line across the top, off it goes. Once we get that close above, the market tends to move. And in this case, it moves predictably further because we are in the trend direction. We've got this bullish divergence in an uptrend, meaning that we've got a market dropping, giving us divergence before it takes off. So this is going to generally result in a better market movement. Now, what we've got previous to this is something called exaggerated divergence. Now, exaggerated divergence is like regular divergence, which is what we've been looking at. This is just regular, plain old divergence. All the divergence that we see in here is called regular divergence. Now, we've got this little move in here, and it's considered exaggerated divergence because what's happening is the price makes a low and it makes a very similar low. And what the MACD is doing is showing us an exaggerated version of those lows. So it shows us that we've got a low and a similar low on the price. And on the MACD, we don't have that similarity. On the MACD, we've got this exaggeration with those lows. So we've got this really steep low, this really deep pullback, and it's followed by a very shallow one. So we've got this good momentum down, and then we have this huge failing momentum on the MACD. And again, we can draw across the top with our trend line, the high before the first low, and then the high before the second low. We connect those, and off it goes. And we get this beautiful market move up. All right, so this is regular divergence with a MACD with just the regular settings, 12, 26, and 9.